Stack those boxes in the corner, please. And you come back an hour later, and Ralph is asleep under the boxes, or Ralph's gone home, or Ralph's got someone else to do it. Has anybody got anybody like that in their life? No matter how they ask them to do something, it doesn't get done, or they pass the buck. Karen, you're thinking, yes, okay, all right. At home or at work, yeah? So, interesting. So if you say to Ralph, Ralph, can you do that for me? And Ralph goes, yeah, I'll do it. What are the chances that it's going to get done? Slim? Negligible? Mm-hmm. Okay. How does it feel when your personal Ralph does that to you? When he says yes, but you know he means no. Yeah? How does it feel? Frustrating. Frustrating. Come on, let's get... How does it feel when someone lies to you blatantly like that? Make you angry? Yeah? Annoying? You just did to me what you don't like Ralph doing to you. I said, are you committed to these 3 ground rules? And you went, yeah, come on, smart ass, get on with it. You know, I thought we were going to be active here. You know, little voice is going crazy in there, isn't it? I said, are you committed? And you went, How would you feel if Ralph did? I'm going to wind you up today, okay? I'm going to be provocative. Why would I be provocative?
Get a reaction.
Yeah, just to get you to think about. I've thought about this stuff for years. You know, I want you to think about this. Is this a different way of looking at things? Because I'm not thoroughly convinced that you were committed when you went. So watch what happens now. Can I ask you please to stand if you are committed to these 3 ground rules? Okay. Now a lot happened in that 2 seconds it took from the words leaving my mouth to you standing up. Okay, a lot happened. Can someone just slow it all down and analyse what happened? What happened in your head? What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking I wasn't so committed at the beginning, but then I realised, okay, we let you down, so let's give him a message that we are committed.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so you did it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bless you. Okay.
Standing up was one of the actions to show that we listened to what you said and
Right.
Okay. Agreed to that.
You've actually, I don't know if you're aware of this, but most of you looked up here again before you stood.
Check.
Yeah? So what did you do?
I was checking what I was committing to.
What? You actually looked and went over it again in your mind. You checked what you're committing to.
Yes.
What a concept. It'll never catch on. What would your life be like if this is the only thing you picked up today? What would life be like if you put a pause button on before you committed and went thought through it? How many things have you committed to that your little voice goes later, Dumbo, why did you do that? Yeah? So, true? Yeah. Although what was this about? Then you all didn't stand up exactly the same time. What was that about?
Because I was a bit concerned about the no phones because I've got some phone calls to make. I was thinking, well, if I said no phones, and
right, okay.
I stood up.
All right, yeah. It was a bit like, bah. Yeah? This is Britain after all, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want to be first, but I don't want to be last. Somewhere in the middle's good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Do you need some more detail on this then?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, Ralph, getting these boxes, you can sit in a moment. Okay, we'll just work through this for a moment. So, Ralph, start stacking the boxes. Do I have to be clear with my objectives when I ask people to do something? Otherwise I go back and say, no, not like that. There's 25 boxes over there, Ian, and what's your picture of them being stacked? I want it stacked in the corner for me, okay? What's your image of them being stacked and the job being complete?
In columns, equal columns.
No, not like that. Don't you get it? Don't you understand? Do you ever go back to people and say, don't you understand? Do you ever say that? What's the answer to that question?
You never told me in the first place.
No. I wonder if I need to be more responsible about how I communicate. No. What I wanted was 25. I know it's a health and safety issue, but 25 stacked up high. Okay? Yeah. What's your picture of it now?
A big column of 25, which will probably fall over.
Right, probably fall over. Okay, so we need to work on objectives about how to make it secure in the corner. Okay. Yeah? So we can work on that, yeah? Okay. Do we both have a clear picture of what's expected now? Okay, so you want some more objectives on this. What I'm going to suggest is we have the phones off during all the sessions, or on silent. Mine's on silent. And if you want to use them in the break, please do that, yeah, or at lunchtime. I would suggest trying to stay completely out of the office today. They will live without you. Okay? the world won't collapse. But if you really need to call. Is anybody who need the phone on because they've got a sick child or a parent or something, something that they have to be on call? No? Okay. So, thank you. So, you're happy with that now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So, do you look more committed now? Yeah, from comparing when you went, yeah, and when you stood up and went, yes, I'm committed. Like if someone walked up to you and said, look, I'm committed to have this done by 3 o'clock, Terry, yeah? Would you be more convinced that they were going to do it than when they went, yeah, yeah? So I want you to be good observers of people when you go back and say, call it as it is. You don't sound that committed to this. Or listen to your own voice. I didn't sound very committed to that. What if someone says to you, I've got a party on Friday night, and you say, I'll try and make it, Holly. I'll try and make it. What does it mean, really?
You ain't going.
I ain't going. That ain't going to happen. Try as you might. So, you look more committed. You seem more committed. Your attitude feels more committed. I'm still not convinced. What's going to make you keep your commitment? And I suggest it's in the Tom model. There is always a objective, yeah, but it's the objective. We can share the same objective. What's going to make it get done, though?
Motivation.
It's got to be a motivating factor. Everything you get someone to do is a motivating factor, yourself or other people. The only reason people don't do stuff for you is because you haven't considered enough motivating factor. That's about it, really. We're pretty simple creatures. So, we're going to add a motivating factor. And, of course, there's two sorts of motivating factors. They talk about it all the time. There's even a show about it on TV. What are they? Carrot and stick is what we're thinking about here. Yeah, this is the colloquial name for it. So, we've tried the carrot thing here. I'll give you $5 if you all keep, each if you keep the ground rules. That ain't going to happen. Okay, that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. So what we're going to do is you're going to use forfeit in here, and we're going to make it an interesting forfeit, and that interesting is a funny word. That I'd like to show you that in every forfeit there's actually a reward as well. In every forfeit there's a reward. It's something you get out of it. So is that okay? We work on this basis. Every other group's done this, and 27 times the TNT recently, and 40 times the. So what one of the first groups decided to do was, if anybody broke any of the ground rules, that person had to come out the front and dance for 1 minute to any music that Ross decided to choose. Now, notice the amount of fear that just rippled through the whole group. And this is one of these things that, careful, don't just after the day go back and say it was stupid because we had this silly ground rule. There's a deep meaning in this. Okay? So, can I ask you, are you committed to these ground rules, and the forfeit for not adhering to them will be for that individual to come out the front and dance for 1 minute? Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
You all agree with that?
Yeah.
Anybody not agree with it? Amazing, okay. It's going to be a good day, because I often make objections here that people don't want to do that, which seems to imply that they were committed when they said, yes, I'll commit. They were committed when they stood up, but as soon as the heat was turned up, they go, well, I'm not that committed. You mean like the difference between engagement and marriage, that much commitment? Whoa, that's heavy. So we do this all day, every day. The reason you do some things rather than others is because the motivating factor is higher for that one than the other. Or you avoid more pain by doing that one. Even though this one is probably going to give you more product, more happiness, more satisfaction, more success. You choose that one because it's easier and there's less risk involved. So thank you for committing so easily. Can you form a circle with me, shoulder to shoulder? When I told you you could sit down after this, I lied. Okay, so we're right on time. Oh, that's great. There has been two groups that it's taken 25 minutes to get through that particular section. So thank you very much. You're all thinking now, which group was that and who was it? Who was it? I ain't going to tell you. You might need to go back and ask that. Go back and ask that.